Welcome to the Locker Room, where this morning we'll unlock.
Hello again, everyone.
Sports world.
And
let's go to the studio with the Minister of Sports, Minister Daryl Natillo.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Locker Room podcast. I'm Daryl Natillo. I've had a crazy long day. My phone almost died on me. I only got a little bit of battery. I thought I was going to get off early and try to get some things going. So we're going to try to get this podcast going. We only got a few minutes to get this done, but this evening, this podcast is called Young Ballers. Young Ballers tonight. I got some young fellas in on tonight, and one of the young men I've met a couple of years ago, I guess he was about in the 6th or 7th grade then, because I was broadcasting a game at the city of Daytona, and I kept saying, Boston for 3, Boston on the steal, Boston on the assist. Now he's a baller from Mainland High School. Welcome to the podcast, Frankie Boston. Say hello, Frankie. Can't hear you, Frank. All right, how you doing, man? Good. Down at the bottom. I know this young man since he was born. He's my little cousin. He's right now he's in Farmville, Virginia. Say hello to Carson McCoy. Say hello, Carson.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, man. Down at the bottom, this guy right here, I played ball with his dad. Yes, sir. His dad was a great basketball and football player here in the city of Daytona Beach. And down at the bottom, Mr. Keezy Dre. Say hello, Dre.
What's going on with y'all boys?
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Boy, you kind of crazy. You know that? You know you're kind of crazy. But before we get started, what I want to do is, let's see which way I want to go. I want to dedicate this podcast to Jafar Jackson, the son of Jermaine Jackson. All right? He's doing an excellent job at his role playing Michael Jackson. Now, I think somebody on this podcast too think they're Michael Jackson. Let's see this. Right here, Mr. Dre. Mr. Dre is a dual sport athlete, and he's done a little comedy in his sports. He played ball at Spruce Creek. Tell us a little bit about it.
I went to Spruce Creek High School, then I went to Valdosta State University for 4 years, got my degree in criminal justice, and then I went to Bethune-Cookman University to get my master's degree, and I also played 1 year at Cookman. So that's why I be on Cookman like that, because like they mean a lot to me. I was born and raised, and they mean a lot to me. So I be on them tough, but I love them. You hear me? I love them.
You tried to play basketball a little bit too. Let's see what happened when you tried to play basketball.
I gotta get right here to God. I sit here and wait at this gym. Somebody gonna come out. Somebody gonna come out this gym. I got soul. And I'm super bad. I gotta move. So cheap, bro. Man, bro. I done missed shoot around, but they gonna lock me out. And I know they here. Look at the parking lot, bro. I know they here, bro. It's my plan Saturday. I'm telling you right now, Sid. I'm telling you right now. I'm finna be on some real technical foul type stuff, Sid. I'm telling you, bro. Any nigga that try me, any nigga that think he's better than me, any nigga that think they can cross me, any coach that squeeze me, I'm telling you, Sid. I'm gonna squeeze all of them, Sid. I'm telling you, B. I'm tired of it, B. I'm tired of it, B. They're not gonna hold me no more, B. I promise you. Get me out of here, bro.
Man, you had a hard time at Cookman, I see, but these other two guys, They are the top of their class for 2029. I know they can ball. They'll never get locked out. Frankie, tell us a little bit about your school and where you play at.
I play at Mainland High School. Mainland High School, varsity. They got first round exit against Forest High School from Ocala. In the regular season, it was
we lost it. We lost Frank.
JV. We had
Okay.
an okay season. We went, I think 6-4.
All right, let's take a look at Frankie's game. Let's see what kind of game Frankie got. Let's see where's Frankie's game. That's Frankie Boston playing JV ball at Mainland. He's in the class of 2029. Down at the bottom, my little cousin, he's in Farmville, Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Why you in Virginia? Tell us who got you all up there. Why you up there?
My dad, he coaches for Longwood University for the girls team, assistant, yes.
But you know what's funny? Your dad and Frankie's dad played Little League basketball together. This is your first time meeting. And we're gonna take a look at your game. Let's see what Carson got on the books. Let's see if I can find what I got for Carson. Let's see. Here we go. Dre, you see them boys deadly, Dre. You never shot that well, did you, Dre? You shoot like that?
Listen, the whole time I'm watching film, I'm over here, critiquing. Like, y'all got a nice little game on y'all, I'm gonna be honest. But for me, like, that's locked. That's locked. You got a nice little shot on you, Carson. You do. You got a nice little shot on you, but I'm all up on that. Them nice little moves you left and right, I'm on that. You too, Frank. And Frank, now, what you don't know, Frank's little brother played on the Little League team. So I'm very familiar with Frankie. I'm familiar with him, but he came to one of my practices one time, and I could, man, them boys can't check me. That's why I couldn't need to go ahead and get me on the team. I like the game, though. Oh, we done lost that.
Lord.
We done lost that.
Well, there we go.
Back. That was my bad. Okay, Frankie, you still there? Is Frankie still there?
Shoot.
Nah, Frankie gone too.
Yeah.
Frankie gone? Okay. Carson,
going on
talk to us a little bit. Okay. Carson, talk to us a little bit about what's your favorite basketball team, favorite NBA team right now?
All right, so my favorite NBA team is the Warriors, but recently we haven't been doing good. Yeah, it's all right though. We coming back better next year. But favorite college team, I probably have to say Auburn because of Taha Pettiford. Yeah,
Auburn.
yeah, Auburn.
Come on, man.
Auburn on top. Bro.
What player do you see yourself patterning your game around?
I'd probably say like an Isaiah Evans or like Paul George and like D-Book or Shea.
Okay, I could see the Paul George. What position do you play?
I play point guard, shooting
You
guard.
point guard.
Yeah.
I like guarding point guard.
Hey, there's a guy in Norfolk, Virginia, who did an analysis on you. Check this out. Local legend, 6'2", 6'1", class of 29, Carson McCoy from Prince Edward High School is a quick and rangy guard who can break you down with a quick crossover in and out of timely hesitations. He uses his length, athleticism as a slippery downhill attack. He can flat out shoot it, whether off the catch or off the dribble. His mechanics are repeatedly fluid. Athletic, long skill beyond his years. Get to know this name. He has a DNA. His dad is Coach Landis McCoy, and he's associate women's basketball coach at Longwood. Is that a good analysis of you, Carson?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What about your AAU team?
Yeah, so I play for Local Legends, and yeah, I also play guard, but I have to also play 1 through 5 because we're a smaller team. So like, I also have to get down there with the bigs. Yeah.
Yeezy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You can hear me?
What kind of defense will you play on a point guard who's 6'1", who's fluid, who got a hesitation on the crossover?
So, Coach, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm all up on it. You can't give somebody like that no space because they can pull up and shoot. They can create their own shot. So you got to be right there on them at all times in his chest. And then that's when you see who got the dog in them. That's when you see where the dog come in at. And that's how we playing that.
Okay, my boy Frankie, he's not on, but they call Frankie the Boston 3 Party. He can shoot the 3. He wears the 3. What do you do against a guy who had that long range jumper, man?
You can't let him catch the ball. You got to, all full court. Can't let him catch the ball. Because if he get the ball, that means he a sniper. He going to shoot it. So you can't give him no space. Easy.
Okay. Here's a look at Frankie right here. He and his dad. Oh, I think that's him coming back. There he is coming back. Frankie, you back? There he is. You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Tell us about this trophy
Yes.
right here. If you back. Tell us about that trophy. What happened there? We lost you again. Tell us about this young fella right here. Who is that? Frankie, he's frozen. Okay. And he got most valuable offensive player for the Mainland Buccaneers this year. That's him with his little most valuable player trophy right there. Okay. I think his dad, Frankie Sr. is a great coach. There's his family right there. That's Frankie, his mom's dad, and his brother. Great family. Dad, a great basketball coach.
He is.
So, got another question for you there, Mr. Carson. What's your go-to sneaker when you play?
Actually, that would be like my Ja 3s. Yeah, Ja 3 customized for sure.
That's the job 3 right there.
Those
Oh, yeah.
tough. I like those right there.
Those are tough. Who is Ja?
Who is
He on
Ja?
the Grizzlies. The point guard.
What's his name? John Morant?
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little story about John Morant. I think I told you this the other day. You know, John Morant's in South Carolina. and Zion Williamson is from South Carolina. And they played together, and they played with one of your cousins by the name of Rasheed Hodges. The three of them played on the same AAU team at about 6th, 7th grade. But Rasheed, unfortunately, was killed by a drunk driver his freshman year in college. So I look every time I see Ja Morant and I see Zion, I would be wishing that Rasheed was playing in the NBA too. So Frankie, you back? He frozen again. All right. I asked Frankie earlier today. This is how you do media. I asked Frankie earlier today what was his go-to shoe, and this is what he told me right here. Anybody know what that is there?
Nah, what those is?
Kobe.
Those the Kobe's 9s.
Kobe 9s.
The Kobe 9s. He said that's favorite shoe was the Kobe Bryant's.
I never seen those before.
I've never seen them either.
What's the other Kobe's that everybody usually wear?
You talking about the Sixers?
The
Kobe 6.
Yeah,
What you wear, Frank? Frankie, what you wear?
I know about.
You wear the 6s. Okay, I said 9. You wear the 6s. I went and got the 9. I thought y'all wear brand new shoes. I didn't know y'all wear them old
You
ones.
putting the man wrong shoe, got it, man. Come on, man.
Hey, I had to Google it. I had no idea what they were. I asked him earlier today, what shoe? He said, I wear Kobe. I didn't want to ask him which one. So I went and found the newest version.
See, I got you, because that boy, I ain't never seen him right there, boy, before. You talking about Kobe. I ain't never seen him.
Hey, Frank, I want you to tell me about this guy right here and what you think about him. Frozen again. What you think about Vince?
It was really unexpected. When he came in, we didn't know it was him until he turned around fully. And then that worked out. It was fun. We played 3-point shootout a little bit. It was fun. We played a little bit of threes. And then took pictures. Yeah, I really remember that day.
Okay. Carson, we're going back over to Carson. Here's the shot of you with your Legends team. You also have a YouTube page, and I watched your YouTube page the other day, and I saw you playing on Sunday in a great game. And you guys have on some green sneakers, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that team, man.
I think it's an amazing team. It's a circuit team. We're sponsored. Well, we're not really sponsored, but we're trying to get sponsored by Puma. We're just really under their umbrella. But yeah, I feel like it's a really good team. I mean, I have the chemistry with the players and the coaches. I really like the team for real. It's I have a bond with them, and I can really talk to him. The coaches really don't yell at you or anything like that. They'll tell you if you mess up, but they're not gonna make you look bad or anything like that. So that's one.
But they don't yell at you. They don't yell at you like he yell at you, huh?
Nah.
I was gonna say something about him.
Who is that? Say something about him.
Oh, hey, Carson, I'm real good, folks. Where your daddy at? I know he there close somewhere, listening, watching you. I know he there. Where he at?
I don't even know. You probably downstairs. Probably on the couch right now.
He downstairs. Oh, okay.
He watching. You know he watching.
Right
yeah,
now.
he definitely watching. Definitely.
I remember you when you was a little kid. Dang, I sound old.
You are old.
And listen, when folks used to tell me that when I was little, I'm like, man, going somewhere. But it's the truth. I remember when you was a little boy, so to see you now, it's like, damn, we really getting up there like that now. You didn't even know what Kobe's the man. You didn't even know nothing about the Kobe's.
I bet he can dunk on you.
Who?
Carson?
Oh yeah,
Man,
for sure.
man.
Oh yeah. I'm up there.
I'm filing before anybody dunk on me.
Here's a look at Carson.
That hardwood.
Have a look at Carson at his high school. What's the name of your high school, Carson?
Prince Edwards.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at this family right here. Let's talk about that. That's Landis. That's that old Florida A&M rattler, Willie McCoy.
Yeah.
And that BCU Wildcat, Miss Linda McCoy.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the man right there, the 6'1" guard We'll take it to the rack.
Oh yeah.
All right, I got a couple more questions. This time I'm seeing Frankie can get there. What is your practice routine, Frankie? How do you work out? Is he there? Nope. What about you, Carson? What's your routine? We saw you shooting with the shooting machine. What's your workout? You get up 300 shots. What, 5 o'clock in the morning? What you do?
So like for I used to wake up that early, but like because of school, like my grades started dropping a little bit, so I look.
What?
Yeah.
Boy.
So I started getting off the bus, going to the gym. I would usually get with my weight trainer and like we'll like work out. And then after that, I'll get in the gym. I'll put up like some form shots and I'll make my way out to the 3 and I get up like 20 each spot and I'll go around twice. And then I get into some finishes and then I end off with like trying to get a dunk. And that's it.
What shot are you most comfortable with? You know, the step back, the 3-pointer, your layup, the mid range. Which one do you? I saw you do a move the other day. You did a crossover move, and from the top of the key, you just let it go. What's your favorite move?
Yeah, probably a hezzy pull.
A what?
A hezzy pull up.
I need to put that in my broadcast repertoire.
Yeah, hezzy pull.
Okay. Let's put on our thinking caps. Frankie, you there? Let's put on the thinking caps. What 4 players, if you can run a whole court right now, you see Madison Square Garden in the background. That's where we at tonight, Madison Square Garden. If you can run a whole court basketball game, what 4 players would you play with, Carson? Would you pick to play with? Anybody in the world.
Anybody in the world. All right.
Anybody in the world.
So first, I gotta go. I'm gonna go Kobe, R.I.P. Black Mamba. Then I'm gonna go. Well, I got me at guard. Then Kobe. Then I got Bron. Then I'm gonna take Wemby. I'm gonna take Wemby at the 4.
Woo!
Shaq at the 5.
Okay. Dre, who you take, Dre? Your 4.
My 4, I'm taking. You said full court.
Full court.
And this 4 gonna win. I'm telling you, like we gonna win. I'm taking me at the point guard. I'm taking my daddy. And he ain't even used to hoop, but I know he ain't gonna want me to lose, so he gonna hoop that day. I'm taking my daddy. I'm taking my brother, cause he on the same type of pride I'm on. We ain't seeing no Kobe. We ain't seeing no man. And I'm taking the city manager. That's my dog. Like we go way back. Derek Fiacher. He a little straight too on the court, and he all in the media. I know they going crazy, and he need to play a little full court. So I know he got some steam to let off. He might be a flame from the 3-pointer.
Well, you
I'm
gonna
rocking with that 4 right there.
Okay. Well, you crazy. You are crazy, dude. Frank, can you give us your 4?
I'm serious though.
Frank, is Frank moving? He frozen.
Frank been in and out all night.
All right. Frank chilling though. Frank chilling.
Yeah,
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Tell us about this move right here. What is that? What's that all about?
That move?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just me doing a little hosting, a little brunch. You know, I host some parties, so that's just how I hold a mic. I don't hold a mic at the bottom. That don't look right. That's how them pastors hold a mic. I ain't at no pastor party. You feel me? That's just how I'm squeezing right there. That's how I squeeze and hold a mic when I'm hosting a party.
Okay. But don't you play drums in the church?
Who told you that?
Uh-huh. Well, I do my research, man. You play drums in the church, huh?
I used to.
You used to.
I used to, yeah. I play a little drums. Cookman ain't want to let me in the band.
What about that move?
That's just a little pose right there. Like you showing the fit, you showing the shoes, matching the background. And then that's R. That's R. That's what the jits say R. That's R right there.
Okay. Now before we get back to Carson, They tell me you tried to play a little football at Cookman too, right? Let's see what happened right
I'll be
there.
there about, I'll be there about 30 minutes. Yeah. Man, hey, I'm ready to party. I done forgot my wallet. Can't believe I actually made it. I done lost my umbrella, my drum major stick. Hey, boss man, you gonna let me in, man? Hey, I'm supposed to be at the locker room. I got my helmet right here. This ain't just no regular helmet. I'm supposed to be spending the night here. I'm outside, coach. I'm outside. You ain't gonna let me in. Man, coach, this man, I done walked. Man, listen, man, you don't know what it took for me to get here. Come here. What you mean you ain't gonna let me in? What you mean you ain't gonna let me in?
Hey, I don't think the Cats needed you the way they handled them Rattlers last year, man. You know, the last minute touchdown. I don't think they were gonna let you play anyway.
They lucky they got that last minute touchdown. I'm telling you, they lucky. And that ain't funny, man. Like, I was really hurt. My feelings was hurt because they left me on a few occasions where the coach, I'm hollering at the coach. He like, yeah, you can come. I like, bet. Then next thing you know, the bus leave. And then the classic is the classic. That's a game of all games. Of course, you want to play in the classic. So the fact that I had to walk, and then they locked me out man, they lucky they won that game.
But they lock you out the gym, and they lock you out the basketball game. Why they do that?
People tell you one thing and do a whole nother.
We're gonna move back over to Carson. Carson, where do you see your future in basketball? You want to go to college? You want to play professional? You want to go overseas? Where do you see your future?
So like my goal is to like go D1, like to like one of them Power 5 schools and play basketball and get like crazy NIL money. And like if I did have a chance to go pro, I would like definitely take it. But like going D1 and getting that NIL money, that's my goal.
What happened? This thing is acting so crazy tonight. I don't know, people popping in and popping out. But listen, if you look at basketball now, if you look at the game of basketball now in the NBA, a lot of the European guys are coming over now and making their way into the NBA. What do you think about the European players, the Euro step and all that kind of good stuff?
I mean,
Carson.
Like, it's just like everybody gonna add something everybody gonna add something new to the game. Like James Harden added that double step back. Steph added the 3. Like everybody gonna add something. So I mean, you just gotta run with it.
But see, here's another thing too to look at. You got a lot of European guys, a lot of guys from other countries coming here playing, but you got a lot of kids from America, from the United States, going overseas and playing and doing well in Greece, in France, in Russia. A lot of the guys from America who can't play in the G League or play in the NBA, they make a good living going overseas. You ever want to travel and go overseas and play?
I think it would be like a great experience. So I would do that, yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Talk to us about your coach at home, your home coach.
Coach Landis. Yeah. Yeah, I love him to death. I mean, he's been there from ups and downs. I really do love him. He helps me out with everything, basketball, on and off the court, I mean, anytime I need something, I could go to him. Anytime I need his help, I would go to him. Like the other night, like I was drawing up a play and I was like, Dad, come look at this. And like out of one play, he showed me like everything that I could do out of it. And it was like so cool. And like, I get to learn a lot from him.
So the chalk talk with your dad is good. Is Frankie, you back? Okay. Well, see, Dre, talk to us about your career, for real basketball career that you had at Spruce Creek.
Oh Lord. Well, at Spruce Creek, I went there. I went to Campbell. We had won a championship. So I went into high school thinking I'm a basketball player. So I went to Crete thinking I'm finna play basketball. And this is a true story. Like, I ain't even trying to be funny. It's just some funny moments in it. I went there trying to play basketball. Coach Joe like, well, I think you should play football too because you athletic. I'm like, all right, bet. So long story short, I started taking football more serious than basketball. But anytime football season ended, Coach Joe just let me on the basketball team. So I played JV 2 years, my freshman year and my sophomore year. And then my junior year, he moved me up to varsity. I could have I could have stayed on JV. I ain't getting no burn. I'm like, damn, Coach. Coach Joe, I know I've been playing football, but I can get active on the court too. But he had his 6-7 rotation. I ain't tripping. So, but I go into senior year like, oh, I'm finna be in that rotation. It's my senior year. Rolled the bench again. So the last 2 years of my high school basketball career, I rode the bench. I ain't had no points, I ain't nothing. Luckily, I was good in football where I got a little shine off that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So football took you where?
Football took me to Valdosta. My senior year in football, I had like 20 touchdowns. So I started my football career as a DB. And then my sophomore year, I scored like 6 touchdowns on JV. But when I got back on varsity, they moved me back to DB. And then my senior year, I was about to transfer to Mainland to go play DV. But at that time, you couldn't transfer. They had to do like a variance, and my variance got denied. So after that, I stayed at Crete, and then the running back got hurt. So when he got hurt, like my uncle, he was the coach at Crete, and basically he had to go in on him in the meeting, like, man, put this man in the backfield. I done seen what he can do. And the coach put me in the backfield, and that was it. Like, that was it. So I got recruited my senior year by Valdosta, and we later went on and won a national championship.
Yeah, that's incredible that you went to Valdosta and they had a great football program there. You know, we do a lot of kidding with your comedy and your wit with sports, but you are a great athlete, and you still are a great athlete. I think you're playing 7-on-7 too, right?
Yeah, I play flag football right now. We just lost in the championship game. I'm so mad about that, but we got a pretty good team.
Okay. All right, Carson, before we get out of here, Carson, what would be your ideal situation if you were a senior getting ready to come out, if you were in 12th grade coming out? What would be your ideal situation to go to college? What team would you want to play for?
I mean, it would really depend on like the coaching staff and like if I feel comfortable with the coaching staff and the team. But like I would probably, like, if I had the choice, I would probably I'll probably go to Duke.
You're a Dookie kind of kid too. You're kind of Duke kind of guy, right? I would love to see you playing at Duke. Talk to us about the twins, the brothers that played at Duke last year. How do you think about those two guys?
I think they're good. I really do feel like Cameron's gonna go at least top 10 in the draft. He should, but like I also think Caden should stay back for one more year and like develop.
You know, their dad Carlos was a rough guy. You know, he played for the Chicago Bulls. I think he played a little bit for the Heat too. And I knew Caden when they were little kids in Miami. They lived in Sunnyland in Miami, and I knew when they were little boys. But now just to see them grow up and play, it was very interesting watching them this year. Before we get out of here, I want to see if Frank, you back? I guess not. We're gonna have to do this again. You know, this was a trial run. You know, a lot of times I call Carson for the last year or so. I call Carson and I kind of do interviews with him over the phone to get him media ready. And I'm trying to do the same thing with little Frank Boston down there, keep him media ready. And we're gonna do this again, and we're gonna do it with Carson and Frankie being the reporters. They're gonna interview different basketball players, and I'm gonna have them going to games and have them videotaping and doing interviews. Then we're gonna do another podcast where we put everything together. You guys got a couple more years under your belt to play before you get into the college ranks. Also, the NIL, that thing is big. Make sure your social medias are clean. Make sure your X and your IG, make sure that stuff is clean. Make sure you watch who you hang around, because people are watching. You see, if you were in Europe or overseas, you be watched right now, because the other young lady who's coming to the WNBA, she's been playing pro basketball since she was 15. Now she's in the WNBA at age 18. So basketball is very different from any other sports. You know, you can play professionally very early, also like in baseball. But we're out of time. We're never, ever, ever, ever out of sports. I hate that we couldn't keep Frankie on, but we're getting back. You've been watching the locker room. You guys go to Carson. Carson, what's your YouTube?
Carson McCoy, built different. Class of 29.
Okay. And go to the IG for Dre. What's your IG?
Keezy Dre MC.
Okay. Go to those guys' social media, see some of the things they're doing. We're out of time. We're never, ever, ever out of sports, but we're going to do this again. You've been watching the locker room. Good night.